another opinion that that is just saying something different that is not represented in Hollywood at all.
Yeah, and obviously you capitalize on satire. That's your history.
Right. Well, that's the other half of it, is that you can't. It's hard to do these things without being entertaining. I mean, it's easy to do these without being entertaining. The hard thing is to make jokes and to make something funny about a positive message. I mean, when you try to do a positive message about America, there's nothing that's funny about patriotism. So that's why we picked Michael Moore, who's I mean, not necessarily an evil guy, but he's just such a huge icon of the left, and he kind of represents. It's an easy way to find somebody who embodies all those opinions that you find on MoveOn.org and the Daily Kos, and in Michael Moore's movies, which also show a very negative view of America, because he slants it to be anti. But he's in business to do that, and that's what he does. But it doesn't mean that there can't be anybody else with a different view. And I think that's what an American Carol does. I mean, it'll show everybody out there who really doesn't have any entertainment like that made for them, that there are people in Hollywood that take the right side.
Well, going back to what you said about Michael Moore, American Carol has been called a partisan attack on Michael Moore. What do you say to that? Is it an attack, really?
Well, I can't. You can't fudge that. I mean, it is a partisan attack, and I think that's okay. And I mean, one thing about it is that I don't think anybody's ever done it really that way before, because the closest thing to a conservative movie would have been Team America, but I think they attack both sides, and while making some really good points. But this one dispenses with that kind of jib-jab mentality, which I actually don't find that funny. I thought Team America was funny because Matt and Trey are great, but when you do that kind of Mark Russell and jib-jab, all politics is bad, and they're all bad. I don't think that's going to help solve anything. I think one side is better than the other, although I don't agree with everything on the right. I think that yeah, we should be drilling, but I think it obscures the message that we've got to change the cars and get off oil, because we're financing our enemy. And so I am working with my brother, who's very far left compared to me, on a series of videos. He runs a website called nationalbanana.com, and so we did a piece with Frank Gaffney from the Center for Security Policy on nozzle rage, and it's a funny thing saying we're being hijacked by these oil companies and by the the people in foreign countries like Venezuela and Saudi Arabia, who are taking our money, and they're not necessarily our friends, and why are we doing this? I mean, I blame both presidents for not being stronger about getting off oil, but I think we have to change the cars. We've got to get on more hybrids and plug-in hybrids in the near term. But that's getting onto a lot of my technical environmental stuff. But I think there is. I mean, I think one of the things I like about the Republicans is, they're a big tent. They really do, they encompass a lot of different issues, a lot of different opinions. So you can have somebody like Giuliani, although no one like that's going to get nominated. But you have people like that, and you have people, further to the right. And like Sarah Palin, and she's great too, and my friends at my son's school are just around the bend about her. They just, how can you support her because she's going to teach creationism in the schools? Well, I don't get what's the big deal. So you don't have to believe in it. It's just like it's just this kind of stuff doesn't upset me too much. So. And it doesn't, just because I don't agree with Sarah Palin on everything, or I don't agree with John McCain on everything, doesn't mean that, overall, I'd much rather have them than the other side. The alternative is is very bad in comparison.
Okay, you talked a little bit about a Hollywood contingency, a small group of conservatives in LA, briefly.
Yeah, there's a small group.
Tell me a little
and we all know each other. It's possible for Alec Baldwin and Sean Penn not to know other liberals. But if you're conservative, you know everyone.
Yeah. So how often, I mean, how big of a group is this? And how?
I think there could be about 600, 800. There was one gathering where they had 600 people.
I think a lot of people in Middle America would be surprised to know that.
That there were that many.
Yeah, that there actually are any in Hollywood.
It might be as few as 10% and 5% who will admit it. So
what's the fear, and why won't people admit it?
Oh, because I mean, even very, very well-known actors. I mean, when you get to the level of Jon Voight or Kelsey Grammer, I don't think they have a fear of not working again. They may, but they're being very courageous about it. But there's a lot of the rank and file who, if you're that much of a minority, you could be discriminated against. And well, whether or not they can, the fear is real. I'm not going to make a judgment about whether, in fact, anybody's really going to be discriminated against, because I don't think you can prove it one way or another. But I do know that there is a real fear among all these people, and it's